At some point, after everything ends, after you felt the pain, and after you started to understand what happened, you reach a place where you feel like you should be able to let go, but you can't, not fully. And that can feel frustrating because now it's not confusion anymore. You understand it, you see why it didn't work out, you can even see both sides clearly, but something in you is still holding on. And this is usually the point where people start to turn on themselves. They think, why am I still stuck on this? Why can't I just move on? I already understand everything. This is where something deeper needs to be understood. Letting go is not just a mental decision, it's a process that involves your entire nervous system. And when I say nervous system, I'm talking about the part of you that learns through experience, the part of you that builds patterns, forms attachments, and stores what something felt like, not just what it meant. Because what you're trying to let go of isn't just the person, it's everything your system built around them. The emotional investment, the patterns you fell into, the expectations you formed, the routines that became normal, and the version of you, of yourself that existed inside that connection. Your body learned how to respond to them, how to feel around them, how to relax or tense up around them, how to anticipate their presence, even how your mood would shift based on their attention or absence. And all of that doesn't just disappear, it has to unwind slowly over time. So even if your mind has clarity, your system may still be attached. And that's why letting go feels hard. Not because you're doing something wrong, because something real is still being released. And there's another layer to this that's even deeper. When you're connected to someone, you don't just connect to them, you connect to a version of yourself that exists with them. You begin to organize parts of your identity around that connection, who you were with them, how you felt about yourself, what you believed was possible, what direction your life seemed to be moving in. And when that ends, you're not just losing the connection, you're losing that version of yourself. The identity of yourself your system had started to stabilize around during the relationship. And when that identity shifts from the relationship ending, your system can feel unsettled, like something isn't fully grounded or certain anymore. Like part of your internal structure is trying to reorganize itself, even if you can't logically explain it. And this doesn't only happen in relationships. It can happen when a close friendship fades, or a family dynamic changes, or even when you lose someone entirely. Because the pattern is the same. Your system formed an attachment, built meaning around it, then had to adjust to its absence. So when you try to just let go, your system resists it. Not because it wants to stay stuck, but because it's still reorganizing. It's adjusting to a new reality, a new sense of self that no longer includes that experience or the person. And this is where letting go is often misunderstood. People think letting go means not thinking about them anymore, not feeling anything, just being completely unaffected. But real letting go is much quieter than that. It's when your system no longer feels pulled to return to something that's not there anymore. Not because you forced it, but because you no longer need it. And that only happens after everything that was built has had time to unwind. The attachment, the meaning, the emotional imprint, the way your system encoded what that experience felt like. And that takes time. Time where your body slowly adjusts, your emotions move through, and your system settles into something new. Not because you're weak, but because what you experienced was real. So if it feels hard to let go, even when you understand everything, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not behind. You're not doing it wrong. You're in the middle of a process that your system can't rush. And as that process continues, letting go doesn't feel like something you have to force. It becomes something that happens gradually, naturally, without you needing to fight yourself. Until one day you realize there's nothing left in you that needs to hold on.